Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to Harmony Portal Tarot Live. I hope everyone is having a fine, amazing Woo Wednesday. Hello, everybody. So we have one like on the video and one viewer. It looks like Kirsten is here. We have Cheyenne, who has said hello earlier, and she has donated for a reading as well. We have our handy dandy donation list all ready and raring to go here. I'm not sure if the one that I posted earlier is still standing, just because if it's been a while, sometimes it disappears. So I will remove it for those that can see it so it's not so cluttered up. Yeah, I hope you're all doing well. We are going to be pulling some cards tonight, and I do plan to do another reading giveaway. I really loved how we did the giveaway last time. So if you weren't here last time, I'll just explain what we did for the giveaway. And this is not yet the giveaway portion. That will be a little bit later. We also had a donation from Brianna as well. So I will, yes, we have that list there. And anyone that donates, I will just continue to add to our list. Hello, Lynn. So anyway, what we did for the giveaway for the reading last time, we did it kind of after our collective reading. We did a collective reading last time, but this time we're doing a one-card pull for all y'all that are here. Hello, Linda. Welcome. But anyway, yes, I'm not a great storyteller in, like live, but when I write them all down and then get them in order, much better to be able to edit. So bear with me as I try to describe what we've got going on. Hello, Jessica Lynn. So for the last live stream giveaway, we just shuffled the tarot cards right after I said, okay, now we're giving away the reading. We shuffled the cards, and then one either flew out. I can't quite remember if it flew out or it just kind of came out. And then I had you guys shout out as many times as you wanted until someone got the right card. Just guessing, or if you're really tuning in and intuitively tuning in, because you can guess, you can tune in, whatever feels good to you, do what you do. And then whoever guessed, I just let you guys do it multiple times. And I was going to say, if it took so long that we were still going, like 10 minutes later or something, I would say, okay, it is a, major arcana, or it's a swords card, or, whatever, to narrow it down. And then the first person to get it obviously would win. But I didn't even need to go that far. Someone actually got it. So this one is the Three of Pentacles, just for curious minds before I put it back. That was just an example of what we're going to do. Oh, Brittany Lynn is here as well. We got the Lynn squad. Also Michelle Lynn. The Lynn squad, 3 Lynns in a row. And Lynn Dujak. I guess she has the full name there now. Lots of Lynns in the chat. I love it. So yeah, that's what we are going to do. And a couple live streams back, Linda actually won a reading by guessing which was my favorite Golden Girl. I mean, we're just doing things like this just for fun, just to liven it up. And I'm going to be doing the giveaway kind of randomly, like I used to do the free question mosh pit. That way, those that are still here a little farther along in the live stream can, get a chance to win. I mean, it might be right after the collective reading, or not. We're not doing a collective reading. Right after the one card pulls, or it might be after the donations, or sometime somewhere in between all of that. But thus far, we do only have 2 donations, so this might be a pretty quick live stream. We never know. We never know how long it's going to be, but that's okay. I have, allotted enough time that we can spend at least a few hours if we need to. Yes, full name now. Not sure who I was hiding from. Oh, fun. Yeah, I'm just kind of like, if someone's going to find out who I am, they're going to figure it out. So there's my real full name. Amanda Dunn. Amanda Sue. Kiefer, maiden name. Dunn, married name. Someone will find me. If they're that concerned about finding me, it's not that hard. So whatever. Yeah. So yeah, let's we got 6 people and 3 likes on the video. Every little bit of like and engagement and everything really does help. So I do appreciate those that do take the time to like the video. It helps. Every little bit goes hopefully a long way eventually. But yeah, we are going to start with this deck and pull. Hello, Amber A. We are going to start with this deck and just start doing a 1-card pull for everybody who wants one. And let's see, we've got now 5 likes on the video, so let's put the number 55 in the chat to get yourself a free 1-card pull. Not to be confused with the 11-11 1-card pull, which is a more slightly in-depth 1-card. We all know I can't stick to 1 card when it's actually someone, doing the energy exchange with money. I can never just stick to 1 card. My throat is a bit dry, so I'm going to take a quick drink. And of course, you do see that I have appeared to have skipped you. Just hold off on putting another 55 just because sometimes I get it in a different order than you guys do. And I mean, there's literally like 6 people here, so it shouldn't be too crazy of a madhouse of chat. It's not like I got hundreds of people here and the 55s are just rolling up the page. But yes, we're going to start with Linda. Oh, it's 555 on my clock. So Linda, let's get Linda's card. So Linda, it says, I am standing fiercely by your side. This to me feels like your inner self, but also if there is someone in your family line that had passed away, this is not like false light entity energy. This is actual like spirit energy. We also have the number 16. That number might be relevant to someone who has passed on, an anniversary date, a birth date, or an age possibly. Not that the person that passed on would be that age, but something to do with that number being significant to them in some way. How do you get a reading? If you want a free 1-card pull, you can just put a 55 in the chat, Amber, and we will take care of that for you. Otherwise, if you're looking to donate for a more in-depth reading, you can check the pin at the top of the chat here. And also in the description box below, I have all the information for that. All right, so Lynn is the next 55. And we have here, how blessed are you to be able to live in your biggest expression, and the number 15 there. So there's something that you have been planning or will very soon kind of be this epiphany, this idea that is going to feel really big and really exciting. And this is giving you that green light to go for it, Lynn. Yes. All right, Michelle Lynn. Lots of Lynns here tonight. Enjoy the experience. So Michelle Lynn, there's something exciting coming up. I'm not gonna lie, that really does look like an Ace of Cups there. This could be a date that you're going on, or some kind of self-love message for you to enjoy yourself, pamper yourself, treat yourself, all the fun things. We also have the number 38, which adds up to that 11. 11 also is that number of partnership or union. So I mean, it could possibly be that if that's on your radar at all to go on a date with someone. All right, Kirsten's card, and we have here, interrogate the fear and invite curiosity. So if there's something you've been afraid of, especially if it's something exciting, something you're just really wanting, but you're maybe afraid that you don't have what it takes, or that it's too big of a dream for someone like you, put all that garbage aside, because you are meant to interrogate this fear and invite that curiosity and just ask yourself, what if I could be this? What if I could do that? And just see what happens. We also have the number 4 there, which is all about creating stability. And, you know, the spider symbolism here is a very creative, very divine feminine energy as well. Very spiritual energy as well. All right, Jessica Lynn, let's get you a card. Jessica Lynn. Okay, so we have here, remember where you came from. So this might be you looking into your ancestry, or even just kind of looking back on past memories, for good or for bad, but I'm really seeing this more as a positive message, or like a uplifting or empowering. That's the word I'm trying to search for in my brain here. Like an empowering message. We also have that number 2 there, which is maybe even looking back at past relationships and the versions of yourself, not just romantic relationships, but like mother-daughter relationships, father-daughter relationships, brother-sister, if that's a thing, or even past romantic relationships, cousins, friends, remembering who you are and even just seeing how you've evolved. Sometimes reflecting on where we've come from can really benefit us. And she's got this like headdress of flowers here, but to me, this is just really saying just this sense of beauty. And even looking back at old pictures of yourself and be like, wow, I was so cute. You know, things like this can sometimes really feel good. All right, so let's see. Okay, Brandy Lynn. Sorry, my chat jumped, so I had to look. Okay, and Linda has just donated for 2 one-card poll questions. Awesome, I will get you on the list. All right, so Brandy Lynn, my dear, we have Tell Your Story. I love this for you. Yes, 49. So yeah, 4 plus 9 equals what? 13. I'm trying to do my math, which equals a 4. 1 plus 3 is 4. So this is about really creating a nice structure surrounding whatever it is you've been working on, and even like drawings. And it's very funny because at first, like, glance at this, I thought it was like a typewriter, but looking closer, it almost looks like some sort of vase or even trophy. Almost looks like an urn as well, which actually is telling me that there is a past story idea or something that you had once created that maybe you've been thinking about or very soon will be thinking about, kind of reviving it or refreshing it in some way, bringing it back from the dead and giving it new life, even if it is completely different from your original idea or structure or design. There's something you can salvage from something that you have already created. I'm getting major chills too, so this might already be on your radar, or if it isn't, maybe just kind of going back and like the Rolodex of your brain and trying to figure out if you have some really great treasures or nuggets of just amazingness hidden in some past projects. Love it. So fun. That one I think was very accurate for Brandy Lynn. I love that. So yes, Amber A, let's get you a card as well. And if anyone is just joining us and would like a free 1-card pull, just put a 55 in the chat. But here we go for Amber A. We have your ancestors and guides are assisting in illuminating your soul mission. And if you've been here for any length of time, you kind of know how I feel about spirit guides and all of that. So to me, this inner guidance is more important than any external from you spirit guide or ascended master, archangel, whatever, because a lot of that energy is actually false energy looking to derail you. So the best place to go for the most accurate and unmessed with information will be your inner self or your true spirit. We also have the number, what is that, 17? So that is the star card. The number 17 is the star card in the tarot. So to me, this is letting you know that there's some wish fulfillment coming in about your path, about your soul mission that's really going to elevate where you have been lately. So you're going to be feeling a lot better about yourself and your purpose, your sense of mission on this planet very soon. Linda H says, makes sense. Keep getting messages. You are not alone. So standing fiercely by your side matches. I love that. You're all so very welcome. Oh, Amber 9 is here. Yes, we got the Ambers and the Lynn squad are in here tonight. Hello. Okay, let's get Amber a card. Amber 9 in, actually. So we just did Amber A. Amber 9 in. Here is your card. Ooh, I love this one. So beautiful. So we have the number 14. You effortlessly attract and receive wealth, abundance, and prosperity. And it's very interesting because right as I'm reading that, I felt almost a sense of resistance. Like, that's not true. But this may not feel or actually be like you thinking, oh, this is actual wealth and whatever. It is the fact that you are with who you're with that is actually bringing in wealth. It's like you marrying who you married brings you wealth by way of marrying, but also just energetically, there's a lot of abundance, just being able to have the privilege of, buying art supplies or, being able to move to a better location, and these types of things actually are great abundance. And you will start to really feel more gratitude for just the sense of feeling a lot more stable in your life very soon. And by very soon, I'm really seeing this like 2 to 3 month time frame coming up that you're just going to start feeling. It's almost like it's going to not just happen overnight, but very gradually. And you'll look back and be like, wow, things haven't been as up and down. Things haven't been as chaotic. My emotions haven't been as, up and down as well, because a lot of times when there's a lot of external going on, a lot of times our emotions are also doing the thing. This flower here almost reminds me of a fan. So it's almost like, refreshing yourself. Like when it's really hot, we use something as a fan and it just feels good. So there's this sense of feeling this refreshing energy. Something's going to feel really good, or kind of like a relief in some way. Okay. Awesome. So is that all of the 55s? I think it is. That was fast. We did it quick. Yes. Hello, hello. You're so welcome, everybody. Absolutely. Busy serving dinner. We'll be in and out of the chat. Well, I hope you got your reading, Amber. Amber 9 in. There's 2 Ambers, so I better clarify who I'm talking to. Aquarius. Yes. Yes, Aquarius energy. I know I've been seeing 88 and 888. Yes, there's a lot of those number repetitions going on right now. It's for sure. All right, so we had a couple donations come in while I was spouting off all of these cards for you guys. So I am going to copy our original list. And Cheyenne is not here. She's wanting me to timestamp so we can jump some of you farther up the list and we'll do hers rounding out at the end. So Linda H wants two 1 cards. Do it like that. And then Kirsten has also donated. Okay, so here's our running list. Okay, and 99 and 999. I've been seeing a lot of like the higher up repetitive, that is not a word, repetitive numbers. I was just going to say, I see a lot of 7s, like 777. And it's funny because we got 7 people and 7 likes on the video right as I'm saying that. And it just went 1617 on my clock as far as how long we've been live. And 16 is the Tower card, 17 is the Star card. So like collectively speaking, those watching, those trying times, those difficulties that you've been having, you're going to start to feel some major relief. It almost feels like Amber 9 in, her reading is almost like a collective reading because that feels almost like an extension of that. And then her saying all these numbers kind of brought this message about me looking at the numbers and then that. So yeah, take that as an extended message for you, Amber, and then also the rest of you, if you resonate with that, you know, Tower card, going into the Star card, claim that message if you want. If you want it, it's yours. All right, so we are going to be starting with Brianna if she's here. If not, I'm going to double check, hopefully that she left the question. I think she did, and I can just easily timestamp that for her. So we might just jump right into Linda's 2 questions if Brianna is not here. I'm just checking my email real quick to see if Brianna had left a question with her. Okay, it's been a few days since I've actually even used this computer, so the whole thing just jumped and appeared right like that. Okay, so yes, we do have her question. So I can, if she is not here, oh, funny, her question says, how can I maximize my ultimate power for this 7 year? So she's in a personal year number 7 for herself. Oh, that is so cool. We were just talking about all those 7s, and I didn't know because I haven't checked this. I haven't been checking this at all. I just knew she had donated because I saw the name come up, and then yeah. So wow, that is cool. That is cool. Yeah, this is all it shows me on there. I don't know if you can see it. Let me go back to camera view so I can see what we're seeing here. Yeah, Brianna right here. I think. Wait, I'm pretty sure that was hers. It just went away. So let me get it back up. Yeah, so the part of her question that talks about the 7s wasn't even in there. Gotta love it. Okay, am I on for the 1 card? Yes, yes. Go ahead and post your 1 cards. And we will. Oh. For some reason, I thought Pika Lee was Linda H, and she had donated for 1 card because you guys both have the purple icon. Let's do that real quick. You're still here. We're still under 20 minutes. Let's honor that for Miss Pika Lee in the house. I always have to say that when you come in. Miss Pika Lee in the house. Let's get Pika Lee a 1 card, and then we're going to dive right into Linda's one of her 1 cards, which I think she's already got her question out, so we'll just jump right into that for her. You are most welcome, my dear, and we're also giving away a free 1 card, more to the point of an 11/11 sized reading, not just a like free 1 card quick pull like I do at the beginnings, but more on par with what I would do for like an 11/11 reading. We're going to be giving that away by doing our fun little pick, whoever gets the tarot card that I select out of this deck. And I'm not even going to know what it is until we select it, because I'm going to just select it right here with you guys right now live. Well, not right now, but when I do it, right? All right, Pika Lee, let's get your card going here. You get 2 because that's just what's happening right now. Couldn't leave that one hanging. I'm standing fiercely by your side, which is interesting because I thought Linda was talking. It was Pika Lee. This was Linda's card earlier. So maybe even going back and watching Linda's reading at the beginning of when I started pulling cards for everybody might illuminate this even further. But this does feel very much like spirit energy, and this feels ancestral energy coming in. The number 16 also might be relevant, but like we were saying, 16 leading in, all of this is just so connected tonight. It's just so cool how that's playing out. But the 16 is the Tower card in the tarot, but we kept getting the 16th and the 17th. So very, very star card, Phoenix rising from the ashes kind of energy here. So there is a lot of spiritual protection around you. We also have, oh, interesting, this is very tower-like, but it's a healed tower because we got the snake here, which represents healing. So there's some healing here, nurturing, some balance coming into your life, self-love, self-care, all the fun things, temperance energy as well, Sagittarius energy, getting a lot of Cancer energy as well. But it says the way toward healing is a revolution of perception. So, oh, your grandma's birthday is today. I got chills. That is so cool. Yes, I love that. Well, that's just confirmation that someone in that family line is watching out for you today and pretty much always. So that's beautiful. So there really is this revolution of even just the way you're perceiving your surroundings, your own gifts, your just mission here. You're shifting your perception in some big way. I love that. So cool. Too cool. All right, Linda, we're going to get right into your question, which is posted above. What is the number one important thing I need to know about my 4th of July travel trip? Okay, let's tune in. We're going to use the Field Tarot. And it's weird because I now feel like I need to use this other tarot deck, Morgan Greer Tarot, for your second question. So we're going to use this for your first question, this for your second question. What does Linda need to know about her 4th of July travel trip? I just felt very excited. I don't know if there's some sort of bonfire or you're like, I don't know, roasting marshmallows. I mean, obviously there's like fireworks in a lot of 4th of July celebrations, especially because I know you do live in the US. So, but I don't know if you're like hanging out outdoors around some sort of bonfire or something. But to me, it feels pretty chill. It doesn't feel like you're having to rush and go and be like 14 different places. It almost feels like you get to your location or your destination, and then there's like minimal having to like run from one place to another. It feels more relaxed, more like, I don't know. I just feel like very chill, very cozy, maybe some great conversations, kind of stuff like that. But with the 4 of Swords, that is an indication of rest and also healing. So you might be having a conversation with someone that it's almost like you're doing some healing with the relationship, the connection. If you are getting together with family, especially family that you've had some tumultuous, times with. Yeah, look, we've got some celebration here with fulfillment, with friendship and the 3 of Cups, and then also the fulfillment of the 9 of Cups. So wish fulfillment or just feeling like things are pretty good, like kosher, no one's like lashing out. It feels like a sigh of relief. Old friends on the lake. Okay. Yeah, friendship for sure. And then we got all these cups running over with the lake in the background. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. But to me, it's like lake vibes for sure. Like just chilling, bonfire, maybe on the, the fire pit if there is one. A lot of lake houses have them, not all, but yeah, to me, it just feels good. Yeah, I don't feel, once it feels to me like once you get where you're going, you can just kind of let your hair down, do a sigh of relief, have some fun, not feel like, okay, at this time, now we got to go over here. Okay, now that we got to go over here. Maybe when you first get there and get settled in, maybe you're going to lunch with someone and then you're going over here for something. But then once you kind of settle in, it feels pretty relaxing. So yeah, fish and chill out. Yeah, exactly. And to me, that's what it feels like. There might even be some, beverages passed around and hanging out and just maybe laughing a lot. There's a lot of like face muscles and stomach muscles, like to me feel a little tense, and that's a good thing. It's like you're laughing, you're reminiscing. It just feels so fun. So I don't see any worry here. We have authority here, basically speaking into being what you hope to expect. Yeah, I think we all could use some of that fun. I was telling my husband the other day, I'm like, I can't remember the last time I just had a full out belly laugh to where I almost felt like I need to get to the bathroom or I'm going to pee my pants. Not that I need to pee my pants. That's the last thing I want to do. But when you laugh so hard that it could happen, like I haven't laughed like that in a long time until like the other day, yesterday, in fact, I was making dinner with Wrigley and I got it, like opened a can of cream mushroom soup and I'm like, listen, it sounds so funny. I slopped it. Like I used the can to like jiggle it out and it plopped so hard and fast into the like casserole pan thing that I was mixing everything into. It like splattered all over his face and like the microwave and we were laughing so hard. I'm like, I needed that. Oh, Ethan's here. Oh my goodness. Hello. It has been a while. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Yeah, how's school going? Are you doing like summer school? Are you getting the summer off and doing something else like working or hanging out at home? Hopefully you're having some good times. Welcome. Yeah, it to me though feels good. I just want to see anything else Linda needs to know about this trip. Look at this, you're on a boat. We got horizon. So there might be some starry sky nights or just some like night fishing if that's something you're into. That used to be like a good memory I had with my stepdad. Well, ex-stepdad, and then he's since passed away. He was a great father figure, but he would take us night fishing. And yeah, it to me, again, more calm, more peace. It just, there's nothing to be alerted about. Yeah, it just feels real good. So yeah, and it almost feels like you can just unwind, like that's the main vibe here. It's just laughing, having good memories, making new good memories, all the fun things. So yeah, not to say the trip there and back might not be a bit stressful because isn't it always at times, especially if you're flying. Sometimes driving can be stressful if, traffic's a thing or there's construction on the road or whatever. But usually, yeah, to me, this just feels so good. There's nothing red flag going on here. Oh, second semester in college. Plan on getting a job. My driver's license this summer. Oh, that's awesome, Ethan. So yeah, we're switching tarot decks for Linda's second question. We're going to head back up here, take a quick drink of water. All right. So Linda wants to know the number one thing, important thing to know about my dealings with my brother Dean at this time. Let's find out. Okay. Number one important thing Linda needs to know. This one, something happened here. Ooh, Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady is winning the race. This feels like just like setting some sort of like very slow progressing stability. This is a good card as far as your relationship goes because to me it feels like you can be cordial with each other. Nobody feels attacked. Nobody feels taken advantage of in any way. If that has been the case, this to me feels like there's an evening out of that energy. This one wants to come out. Oh, and of course all those ones as well. Ace of Cups. So there might be a like reignition of just unconditional love for your brother. So yeah, this to me doesn't feel like animosity or anybody feel, again, if there was anyone feeling taken advantage of or left out, out of the loop, yeah, there's a strengthening of family bonds, family ties here. We also have the Empress and the Queen of Cups. There's a lot of feminine energy here. So to me, this does feel like your mother's energy as well is like kind of getting involved to make everybody feel more connected. Oh, he hung up on you. He thinks that you are mad at him and he hung up on you. Okay, I get what you're saying. So with this Knight of Pentacles, this is letting you know that this is not like completely like you're never going to speak to each other again. Again, kind of a slow progression back to where everybody feels good. This does take some time, though, with the Knight of Pentacles, but you will be able to get back to feeling close and connected. And again, you have that spirit help and, your mom and everything there to support and even trusting your own intuition about it. Because to me, it almost feels like projection, like him projecting things onto you. But again, remember, we've established nobody's looking to get anything over on anyone. No one's looking to take advantage of anyone. That's not at all your intention. He can project onto you that was your intention, but that says a lot more about what he's feeling on the inside. It could even have to do with his upbringing or something with your mom where he felt like he was left out in some capacity. But there's a healing or a cleansing of this energy coming out now, and it's like he's using you to project that onto. But there is this like multi-generational energy here with this 10 of Pentacles as well. So yeah, I'm going to get some clarifiers on what this could mean. Oh, we have an ad in 6 seconds, so let's take a quick break. Yeah, take a quick break in case Linda gets taken away by an ad. Very good. I'm trusting my intuition. He contacted me after I visited my mom's grave site, so I think she made that happen. Oh, I love that. Yes, victory! Victory! Big yes. Big V is for victory. So she definitely did, especially if he's contacted you and things seem to be better than they were when he was mad at you. You know, of course, if you're upset at him at any point, you feel free to express that. You know, the Queen of Cups can express herself if she needs to. But more to the point and more importantly is you just trusting your gut. If you feel you need to distance yourself from him for a minute, feel free to do that. If you feel like you want to reach out and contact him, feel free to do that. Because with this Ace of Cups here, this is unconditional loving energy, and also loving yourself enough to know when enough is enough. If you are feeling attacked or, you know, just not in a good place to talk to him in that moment, honor your feelings, honor yourself above all. I didn't know ads can appear on YouTube Lives now. What the heck? I know. It's a whole new thing. It's a whole new thing. Everybody's got a lot going on with this new like updates and stuff. I think it's cool though. You know, I get a little bit more, I guess, per live stream. I went from making about 2 to 3 cents per 2-hour live stream to anywhere now about 60 cents. So, I mean, hey. And we just kind of make a game of it and incorporate it, the fact that the ad that you get swept away by might have some spiritual meaning for you or a sign, a symbol, a synchronicity that can benefit you in some way. So fun. Yeah, improvement. Yeah, he expects us to jump through hoops for him and we are willing to assist, but within reason. And absolutely that is, you know, the establishment of this Knight of Pentacles is teaching people how to treat you. By what you allow will continue. So if you start to, you know, even if it's over time and slowly you've had to build certain boundaries to keep certain people from doing certain things and saying certain things, and, you know, this is going to be long lasting though. So any, you know, boundaries that you put up now, oh wow, I didn't mean to turn that off. Boundaries you put up now will benefit you years down the road. Oh, your ad was for a resort, rest, and play. That is hilarious. I love that, Linda. He expresses jump. Okay, I read that part. Yeah. So for the most part, let's just see any closing statements between Linda and her brother. I mean, it's going to be work because there's going to be times you want to say things that you probably shouldn't, and he's probably going to say things he shouldn't. And but again, there's healing and cleansing coming into the connection at the same time. But it's not going to always be easy. That's where the hard work and effort comes in with this 8 of Pentacles. Closing statement from Linda. So we have the number 49 with Knight. So you might be better off dealing with him at night or making that phone call at night rather than during the day. There's just something about possibly the sun energy in his birth chart that is just amplified during the day. Or if you notice that most of your bigger fights happen during the day, the night is a more calm time for him or for you even to communicate with him, if that's a possibility. Some people don't answer their phone at night, and that's, you know, that's whatever. But yeah, I just say you have a better time communicating from the heart, and him receiving it to his heart when you communicate, I would say, like, after dinner time. Oh, Amber has to go. Going for a walk. There's smoke in the air here. Oh, from the Canadian fires. Oh, no, that's no fun. Oh, you got the sense that something will happen at 8 p.m. Well, trust your intuition. And we have Canyon coming out. So even if at times it does feel like there's a big crevice between you, just know that that heart connection or that deeper soul connection could never be broken. Even if you do feel like, you know, you're distant, you're far away, and even if you are literally distant and far away. And Grand Canyon, I know you probably don't live right at the Grand Canyon, but somewhere near-ish, and I'm not going to shout out where you're from, even though I think you said the state you live in before. But yeah, there might be something about a significant trip to the Grand Canyon you had, or he's having, or has had, or will have. I don't know. You never know. You never know exactly. There's so many ways we can interpret these messages. But I hope that at least gives you some peace of mind, Linda. But yes, have fun on your 4th of July trip, and yeah, get lots of good memories, and rest and recuperation and fishing. Just have some fun. You're so welcome, Linda. Thanks again for your lovely donation. And we had a donation also come in from Michelle Lynn, who I will add to our list here. So we've got Linda. So Kirsten is next. Go ahead and post your question. Unless you've already posted it in PayPal, that will suffice. I don't need you to do it again. I'll check. If you didn't post it, though, in PayPal, feel free to post it here in the chat. Kirsten and Michelle Lynn will be on deck after Kirsten. Brianna might have even mentioned in her question she wouldn't be here or might not be here. Either way, though, we have her for timestamp. I have her question. That's all I needed. But if she does appear at any point, we will honor her next in line at any point if she shows up during the live. Okay. It's going to take her a minute to type. No worries, no worries. Okay. Make sure I got my list all in order here. And boom, there we go. So, yes. And I'm going to just double check since we got a minute just to see that we got everybody who has donated. And yes, we've got everybody in their spot. And if my hair looks wet, it actually isn't. The sun's doing what it does this time of day. But there's some clouds out, so we'll just shine a little light on the situation. But I washed my hair today, so I washed it Saturday, and then I washed it again today just because it was just feeling a little like it needed some help. So I gave it some, well, Saturday a deep condition, and then I rinsed that out today. I'm not that guy that will rinse it out after 20 minutes like they tell you. I will either leave it in overnight or for days. You know, that's just how I roll. But I have not scrunched out my gel yet, so it's very defined and not as big maybe as it normally is. That's why it looks a little different. Scrunch out the crunch, as they say in the curly girl community. Little R-rated, no worries, that's okay. So my ex-husband and I met the other night, and he wanted to reconcile. I just want to be friends, so we decided to just be friends, even though he did still say he still cares about me. Oh, and things got a little R-rated. Oh, okay, gotcha. Thought you meant your question was a little R-rated. Okay. I was wondering what's going to happen with us and what's going to happen, or should I take him back? Okay. I'm already getting a big fat no as far as like long-term happiness on your part. It would probably be in his best interest, obviously, to get back with someone like you, but not in your best interest to get with him long-term. Maybe for the short-term, we'll tune in. I'm just not getting the best feeling long-term, at least. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with, I guess, meeting up once in a while for a little whatever. But, you know, as far as your heart, your happiness, your future energy connected to, like, a future partner, it's probably not in your best interest to, like, do that long term. But let's just see what the cards have to say. Yeah, and it's like I'm seeing this as more of an opportunistic kind of reconciliation rather than one from like spirit or from the heart. This to me feels more like it would be easier for you like to be able to maybe pursue some of the things you wanted to do if you were with him again and he could kind of be the breadwinner and you could do what you wanted. So as for like short-term gain, I think it could be an opportunity, but I also see this as his like opportunistic energy is like, I will get her back, and then he'll basically enforce his control over you the way he was at the really not so great times in your relationship. It's almost like, because I'm just hearing in my like mind's ear, if that's a thing, you ain't seen nothing yet, but not in a good way. It's almost like the level of control that he had the first time. It's almost like he will utilize the gaslighting, the manipulation, the narcissistic kind of abuse and tendencies, take it up a notch, almost as punishment for leaving him. Like, that's the energy I'm really getting here. As far as you having fun but maintaining those boundaries, I would say still be careful if you are, especially like in a sexual union, because you can just continue to create cords upon cords upon cords and allow him on some level to kind of harness or harvest your energy. So you might have noticed the day after you guys hung out and, you know, R-rated, that you just felt very tired or just short of energy and just kind of almost dragging through the day. But that being said, if you did have kind of like a no, I feel really energized and whatever. Within a few days of the energy, there was a crash. Yeah, what's going on with us? What's going to happen? Let's see. Yeah, he wants that control. That King of Wands, that's just, can be that Aries energy, very domineering energy. Even if it feels good, in the moment to, have someone else take control and you just, not have to make decisions and choices. It can feel good in the moment, but overall, you're meant to be the one in control and in leadership of your life. Felt anxious, yeah. And that can be a very similar energy. But yeah, this to me feels much like a karmic choice. Like there's a major timeline split that you could take your life in a completely different direction, not for the better if you do decide to go back. Yeah, this to me almost feels like a binding, and not in a good way. This almost feels deeper than just this incarnation. This almost feels like, like a test that you're being put to that could last or reverberate through multiple lifetimes moving forward. And if you pass the test now, meaning you take your power back now in this lifetime once and for all, and just go your own way, Fleetwood Mac song, go your own way, you're going to be much better off, because this road you're currently on, or just, if you're going to continue where you're at with him, it's just going to lead to heartbreak, not just in this lifetime, but the next. And especially with, bringing children into your life. It's going to be very difficult as far as biological children with this spouse, because your children that are on the other side do not want to incarnate through that family line. And it's being made again perfectly clear. And I think we've talked about this before. I'm feeling almost deja vu about the energy of it all. But I'm asking in my head, I dropped a card, it's face down. I'm asking in my head, like, what will happen if Kirsten just decides to walk away and not, go back? Because that's what I see as your best bet. So yeah, we've got the Four of Wands. So there is someone out there for you. There is a different partner for you, and a different marriage, not again to him, but to a new partner, a completely different energy, one that's going to treat you the way you deserve to be treated and love you the way you deserve to be loved, and not loved as like this prized possession that someone needs to control, but loved for who you are on a more spirit level. So if Kirsten takes her power back, what will she gain? I dropped a whole bunch. I don't know that they're all relevant. You will gain your power. Look at this. Yes, King of Pentacles. And not only that, King of Pentacles is very wealthy. So you will find a way to create the wealth, the star energy, the Emperor. Stop, Kirsten. We've got the King of Pentacles and the Emperor. The most powerful card as far as owning your own authenticity, authority, and power is the Emperor. If you walk from this connection and decide to choose yourself, this is what's waiting for you. And the star, come on now. We also have reliability with the Prince of Discs, and then the lower octave of the star, which is the Nine of Cups, fulfillment. You're going to be much better off choosing you for now, and then eventually have this other partner that's going to treat you the way you deserve. You don't have to settle, because this is what this feels like. That maybe the short term of him being able to meet your financial, needs and have a place to stay so that you can go to school and, make your dreams come true as far as you gaining that independence with your career. There might be a short term kind of good thing about it, but ultimately it will just lead to a siphoning of your own power. Ultimately, not to say that you can't end this once again, but you're almost just going to feel put right back to square one where you were, a few months to a year ago. So you almost feel like you're back in that energy. If you decide to just make this a thing again. But again, the choice is yours. I mean, you do have the literal Lovers card here, which is about making a major life-changing decision, for better or worse. Whatever you decide, it will have a reverberation effect to future timelines, possible future lifetimes. So I hope I answered that. I know it's probably not what you wanted to hear, but the cards never tell me, and then by way of me, you, what you want to hear. They always say what you I guess, need to hear. Wondering if he's changed at all. Let's just get a card or two. It doesn't sound like it. This to me feels like same-ish, different day. And if he has changed, it's not for the better. It's actually the other direction. It's more under this, I got to get her back, and then I'm really gonna like exert my control or dominance. Like that's the energy. It's, I don't want to say it's evil, but it's teetering a line of at least not a good. It's not a good feeling I'm getting at all from his energy. But let's just see if he's changed, how he's changed. Yeah, it's an internal shift that he's made. It's almost like he's made this more personal. Yeah, it's like he wants to present as your friend now, but he's going to turn it and flip it on script. Wow. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. He wants to dominate. This is the domination card, you know, victory. He wants to win you over. And then once that happens, it's like, oh, he just came out to you as asexual, which was kind of a big thing. Oh, interesting. Because a lot of times, normally when someone is like asexual, you know, they really don't have that attraction, or if they do have an attraction, it's very limited. But the amount of just domineering energy that he's bringing, I don't know if that was 100% true. You know, I don't know how to present this, because it almost feels to me like he's trying to tell you something that will make you either feel sorry for him or try to empathize with him. It doesn't feel like it's a genuine, or if it is true, it's not the full truth. There's something like veiling it. Yeah, again, there's just too much of this masculine energy for that to be 100% true. So I don't want to say he's lying. But again, the cards, I mean, they tell us what we need to hear, not what we want to hear a lot. So I don't know. I wouldn't though, Kirsten, I wouldn't go try to question him on it. Like, why'd you lie to me? My tarot reader said you lied to me. That could open a whole other can of worms. I don't think that is going to end well. But yeah, it's like he's trying to establish himself as someone different with this 10 of Pentacles here. He's got a whole new game going, is really what it feels like to me. But again, this choice is always ultimately yours, and you know, no matter what you choose, you're learning valuable lessons from it. You know, whether it's a hard time you're having or an easy time you're having will remain to be seen. But what's in Kirsten's best interest for her to do, Kirsten to do? The Hierophant. This is you controlling your own life, your own destiny. You know, doing things your way, not his way. Because this is a big yes, big sword of truth. You've gotten a huge heaping dose of clarity tonight. What you do with that clarity, though, is up to you to decide to do. And, you know, it doesn't mean you can't have him in your life. If you care about him, that's understandable. I totally get it. If you want to, you know, consider him a close person in your life, but yet not a romantic partner, you could possibly establish a different kind of relationship, but he has to be 100% aware of your boundaries. And even then, I don't know that he'll honor your boundaries. I think he'll try to press upon them or maybe even infiltrate them in ways. Yeah, the Star. You can make this what you want. But if you do decide to go back to him in the romantic capacity, it's just not probably going to end the best for you. It might end great for him, but not so much for you. I'm sorry, Kirsten. I really wanted to give you some better news than that. But at least hopefully the truth can set you free and you can choose to do what's in your best interest. Because this does not look like it's going to be in your best interest. Yeah, Ethan's like, and if he did change, let's see. I'm feeling a no, if I'm being honest, right? Yeah. If he did change, it's usually stemming or rooting from manipulation and malicious intent. Yeah, a lot of times, I'm seeing in my mind's eye now the movie Radio Flyer. Amazing movie. If you've never seen it, it's from the 90s. But basically the dad, it's a stepdad of this woman, he's married to this woman, and she's got 2 little boys, and he beats one of the boys, and he kind of just leaves the other boy alone. But he gets really drunk, and then bad things happen. And the mom, he has a sob story, and the mom takes him back, and it gets so bad that the little boy that gets beaten has to leave. It's kind of a magical, mystical kind of premise as well. Him and his brother make this radio flyer wagon into like some sort of spaceship kind of thing. It's very, I got chills just talking about it. It's a very uplifting movie from tragedy. So I'm not the only one to tell you that. Yeah, so I would say, especially if you're hearing it from multiple places, multiple sources, especially people who don't know you. Like if you're going to multiple different tarot readers and they're all kind of telling you the same thing, if not the same exact story, something very similar or adjacent, I would believe it. If it's just people sometimes we think, oh, well, they've got a bias or they're just judgmental of that person because of what they did in the past. Possibly. But if it's coming from unbiased parties who are not involved, I would say that information is pretty trustworthy. Yeah, best to hear what we need to hear than what we want to hear. Life may not be all sunshine and rainbows, but that doesn't mean there isn't any beauty in the reality we live in. Yeah, absolutely. And it doesn't mean you can't have any beautiful moments with him, for the rest of your life. I mean, you can still have a friendship if that's, especially if part of his asexuality story is true, he would be fine with just being friends, It wouldn't hurt him too much to just be friends. All right. So, Kirsten, big hugs. Big hugs. And I'm sorry that you're kind of struggling with deciding what to do here, but hopefully you know what to do in your heart and will make the choice that's best for you. Whatever that is. Michelle Lynn, it is your turn, my dear. And then we have Brianna and Cheyenne, who are both not here currently. We're in timestamp. So if anyone else wanted their question answered tonight, and we still have a free giveaway. We're doing a giveaway tonight, which we may do right now. Let's do it. Michelle Lynn, go ahead and post your question. We will do the giveaway now, but put the person who wins on the list. How does that sound? Let's do that. So, if you are just joining us or missed, I'm sure Ethan had missed the last time we did this because he hasn't been here for a minute. So I'm going to explain what we're doing. So I'm going to shuffle this handy dandy Morgan Greer tarot deck, and I'm going to tell you guys to just start shouting out whatever tarot card you think I'm selecting, and I'm selecting it right now. So whatever. Okay, I know what it is now. Do you? Do you know what it is? Okay, what do we have here? Is it, is it your major arcana? Is it a wand? Is it a sword? Is it a pentacle? Is it a cup? What is it? I love how everybody starts with the major arcanas. And if it just gets too, and guess more than one. Just keep throwing it out there. We're going to get it. If it takes too long, I will have to say, okay, it's a major arcana, or it's this suit or that suit, right? If it's taking too long. Yeah, it's fun. We had so much fun last time. Vicky won, and then she gifted or donated the question right to her sister. I thought that was so fun. All right, I'm not seeing it yet. Do your mind melding. See if you can get it. Yeah, no one's gotten it yet. There's a lizard or gecko on this card. It's like hidden stuff. Very cool. Never noticed him before. I'm not seeing it. Okay, let's narrow it down. Should we narrow it down? It is not a major arcana. Ooh, someone's close, but not quite close. Oh, someone is so close. So close. If you look at the recent ones, someone skipped. They guessed the card below and above. And Jessica Lynn has won with the Knight of Rods, aka Knight of Wands. Yes. So hopefully I didn't miss someone else actually calling that out earlier. I was trying to watch it as close as I could. Knight of Wands. Yeah, I've seen the lizard here. I was like, whoa, he's cool. Never saw him before. Good guessing, you guys. Jessica Lynn won the other day, too. She guessed kind of my bucket list place I would want to live. Or not live. I don't think I want to live there, but to travel. And really on my card here, I wrote Norway, and I've crossed it out since. But I said whoever guesses closest, we'll give it to them. And she guessed Iceland, which, by way, she was closest first. So I gave it to her like the time after, even though I gave whoever guessed Sweden. I'm trying to remember who that was. I don't remember now. Oh, you knew it was Wands when I said lizard. Oh, nice. You must have this tarot deck, huh? Giving out clues. Okay, so the Knight of Wands has something to do with Jessica Lynn's question. That's what we did last time, and I completely blew off the fact that the Two of Swords, I think it was, Cheyenne, because Vicky won, gave it to Cheyenne, and the Two of Swords was so bang on with the question she had, it was just insane. So the Knight of Wands is going to have something to do with whatever Jessica Lynn asks, which we're going to put her after Michelle Lynn, and I'm going to scroll back up to Michelle Lynn's question and honor that for her. So let's get Jessica Lynn. One card read for Jessica Lynn. Okay. Congratulations. And there's our list. 555 where you're at. That's awesome. It is, let's see, 6:55 where I'm at. All right, Jessica Lynn. So I would like a reading on new car and love. Are things moving forward finally? I have a new car in mind. It's a different Kia, and the only car I'm drawn to, is it a good choice? Okay, so let's tune into that first, and then also can Spirit spill the tea on new experiences in love? I don't put myself out there, but maybe someone will approach me unexpectedly. Okay, so let's tune into the car situation first. Is that a good choice? Okay. Yes, you've got a major clear yes here, and then the World card. So there's some ending coming. Some ending is coming in that will now bring about the fact that you can bring this car into your life. But I think you've made a great choice with the make and model. Now it's about finding one that's the right price and, you know, all the things within your budget, all the fun things. But there's an ending coming in, maybe even a trip you're taking. And when you get back from that trip, even if it's just a day trip or somewhere in kind of your close vicinity, maybe literally even going on a test drive of this car, if you haven't already, could almost help manifest it quicker for yourself. That's the vibe I'm getting with this. But I think it's a great choice, especially if you're really drawn to it. There's reasons we're drawn to what we're drawn to. We may not know why we're drawn to something, but just knowing we're drawn to it, really, I think that's enough. That's enough to know that you're drawn to it, that it is meant for you in some way. Okay, let me get these put back because a bunch of them just slopped right into my lap. They looked all like good cards too. Saw the Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Wands. So yeah. Anything else Michelle Lynn needs to know about this Kia? Yeah. Again, there's an ending. There's an ending. Something ending before you get the car. And that's now twice told to us. So maybe you're leaving your job. Maybe you're leaving the area. This feels like an emotional or like ego death kind of energy, though. This feels more internal than external. Not literal death. Let's not get crazy. This just feels like emotional, like closing out cycles from the past. Yeah. Doing some healing work is really going to help bring this about. So you don't have to dig down deep or anything. Any emotional healing that's going to take place, it'll be very close to the surface. You just honoring and allowing whatever's coming up for you will bring about this new clarity, the truth of the situation, and help you bring this new car into your life. So as far as the second part of the question, Spirit spill the tea on new experiences in love. She doesn't put herself out there, but wondering if someone will approach. Okay. And we have an ad in 57 seconds, but I think I can at least pull the cards we need in that amount of time. All right. What does Michelle Lynn need to know about new experiences in love? Oh, the Magician and the Three of Swords. Okay. So the Magician is basically saying you can manifest what you want. I think if you're just going to wait around for it to come find you, it might be difficult. But you doing some sort of intention, ritual, lighting a candle and picturing your ideal, not maybe their looks, but their more personality and the air about them, the aura about them, could help you bring it in. If you're just waiting and waiting and waiting for someone to approach, or something to happen without you putting any kind of effort in, either spiritually or physically, it's going to be a wait. And we got 5 seconds till the ad, so if you're whisked away, let me take a quick little break. Okay. So, waiting for ads. Again, though, I don't think you have to literally, go hit on a bunch of people or anything like that to, make that dream a reality. But at the very least, if you're just hoping, wishing, and wanting without putting any kind of forward action, like even with your intent or anything, it might take a while. Let's just see. Experiences in love for Michelle Lynn. Ooh, we got the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, you just might be feeling very left out of love. You might be seeing people around you getting married, getting engaged, getting into relationships, going on dates, all the things associated with love, and just feeling a bit left out. And sometimes that can help hinder us from wanting or even stepping out or trying to bring that in for ourselves. Yeah, and I saw the Hangman on the back of the deck as I started to shuffle too. So you just might feel really stuck and left out currently. But look, moving forward, there will be, if you want there to be in your future, children or a legacy, multiple new generations, there will be. So just knowing you have this in your future, like energy here, is such great stuff. It's just the present moment doesn't feel so loving because where is the love? Where is the love? That Celine Dion song from the 90s. It's a beautiful song. It's called Where is the Love? If you've never heard it. And the lyrics talk about a boy standing on the moon. Something about heaven and angels coming around. It's a very melancholy song. So I don't know. If you've never heard that song, go listen to it. It's a very emotional song. It's beautiful. Beautiful song. What does Michelle Lynn need to know about this love life? Why am I hearing? Yeah, just finding the balance, loving yourself, not being afraid if you do see someone who catches your eye to say, hey, I like your hat, or, oh, that band on your t-shirt is a cool band, or, finding a way to make conversation without it being so overt that you're trying to hit on someone, or find opportunities where you can mix and mingle with people you don't know yet, or, go places where, and I would say quality over quantity, go to places you would hope to meet somebody rather than, just some random place. But that all being said, I would say don't turn down any invitations you're given, especially if it is to somebody's wedding, birthday party, some sort of outing where people are getting together and going somewhere. If you get invited to something like that, there's a good chance you might at least find someone that catches your eye, or just kind of put you in this new energy of feeling like, I kind of maybe do want to start putting myself out there more, or, something like this. Anything else Michelle Lynn needs to know about her love? Woo. Okay, we're dropping everything. Okay, so we got the 9 of Wands, which is great to get in. I mean, yeah, when you're waiting and waiting for love, it's not a fun card energy-wise. But this is that, okay, it's time to get our heads in the game. We're close to a breakthrough here. That's what it feels like. It just might be about shifting your perception. We did have that Hangman energy on the back of the deck. We also had Fall Death, but it's in reverse. This to me, again, feels very internal. So the fact that the Death came out in your other reading, and now it's coming out in this second portion of your reading, this feels very significant that there is a big internal shift coming up. Like ego death kind of energy, or further spiritual awakening that really tunes you in with those deeper aspects of yourself, brings more of your intuition, your gifts, just your purpose online to where you feel like you can get down to business, whatever that looks like for you. So whatever's going on with you energetically, it's going to shift. It's going to affect multiple areas of life, not just getting a car, not just your love life, possibly even your career, just the way you feel about who you are and what you're here to do is shifting for the better, though. I see this all shifting for the better. Just any closing statements for Michelle with this, especially with this death energy, this internal shift. Yeah, see, it's leading to something great. This is emotional fulfillment in all areas of life. This is not just love. This is not just family. This is not just career. This is not just your car. This is so many areas of life. So this is an internal shift that's happening from the inside out. So as this inside shift happens, you're going to start to see it reflected in the external world as well. And then Queen of Pentacles. So this might even have to do with shifting careers, getting some sort of raise, promotion where you're currently at, or just deciding I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going somewhere where I feel more emotionally fulfilled with my work. And it's like domino effect in the best possible way for all the different other areas of your life. It's very, what I'm seeing in my mind's eye now is very similar to like Vicky and Cheyenne's situation, where they're taking on these temporary positions because they know how to do this certain thing. And then it almost feels like it's contingent on them being able to secure a more permanent job and being able to move out, and then their love life's popping off. Like almost feels like the domino effect. Once one cog falls into place or one puzzle piece falls into place, it's like, oh, this unlocks so much else. Boom, boom, boom. All these other pieces are falling into place. And it's a very similar energy I'm getting with what you have going on, Michelle Lynn. So I hope that resonated. All right. So another donation coming in, I think. What is this? Sorry, I'm trying to go. Hate when I click the wrong thing. Okay. Anyway, yes. So it's almost like there's a very distinct piece of the puzzle that even the cards won't tell me for me to be able to then tell you. So it almost feels like we're kind of skating around certain questions you have at times. It's almost like we get all this great information and then it doesn't happen. There's just something that's falling into place eventually that we're not unlocking yet. But I'm hearing July might be a great time to unlock. Let's just get one card on that. July energy. Yeah, the sun. So when the sun enters Leo is what I'm hearing. So that's July in Western astrology. I know you follow more Western astrology, so we're going to go by that timeline. Yeah, kind of later part of July. There's something clicking into place that's going to open or unlock at least the vision for you for the future, Michelle, where you're feeling more, that Queen of Wands energy, more sovereign, more like in your own authority to make things happen for yourself. I'm feeling motivated and inspired to make things happen. I'm sorry, it was Queen of Pentacles. And especially stuff with your career. All right, so I hope that resonated for you. And that was not, that's what I was going to do, trying to do, and it wouldn't work because I was trying to finish your reading. I wanted to double check. I'm pretty sure it's Pika Lee, but I just see the first initial of her name and I don't see anything else, but I'm going to make sure it's her before I add her to the list. Yes, it is her. Awesome. So we're going to add Pika Lee to the list. And actually, Pika Lee, go ahead. No, Jessica Lynn, put your one card read, and then Pika Lee, you're on deck after Jessica Lynn. Brianna and Cheyenne, I'm time stamping for them. Pika Lee. Okay, so Jessica Lynn. Okay. All right. Oh man, I did not see all these questions you had, Michelle. My chat was just like frozen under where Ethan had said, where was it? Where was I? I saw KK. Yeah, KK with the bullseye, and then Ethan says it's 555 where I'm at. That's where my chat was because I had scrolled up to read your reading, or do your reading, and then the chat just never moved, and I just didn't put two and two together. You were probably talking, so sorry about that. I'm going to catch up with this. Going on a trip has been coming up in your reading so much. Nothing planned yet. Your job, buying this car is a big deal for me. It's a lot of money, but I'm telling myself I worked hard for it. Yes, you did. Yes. I feel like there's this like confidence boost that also comes with getting a nice car, a reliable car. reliability, there's a lot to be said about reliability, especially if the car you currently have isn't very reliable. Um, what should you do to call it in? I'm not into online. Yeah, and I don't think you have to go down that route. There's still plenty of ways to meet people in the real world, so to speak, just by getting out and experiencing and, just writing down, journaling, lighting a candle, setting intentions, and even setting intentions before you go to sleep that you're aligning with your highest potential. That's something I've been doing lately. And I've been having like big clarity come to me about the fact that I need to get my ish together as far as my like organization around my home, because the clutter in my mind and just energy can, sometimes become the clutter around my desk over here and my other desk over here. So it is about setting intention to get the clarity you need to be able to take the next step for sure. Yeah, sometimes we may question if we're even deserving of romance, considering we aren't the ones experiencing it, yet others do. Yeah, for sure. Rainbow reminds me of pride, right? I want to gain my independence before I start dating. Yeah, absolutely. And that really does fall into alignment with that Queen of Pentacles about just being able to really support and stabilize her own future, for sure. And then the Leo, yeah. Leo season in love. And Jessica Lynn's thinking she's going to do a love reading as well. Cool. Yeah, I completely understand. I don't want to do it online either. You can't see the person, which is a major downside. Yeah, and, people could string people along. I've seen plenty of that going on just with friends and stuff that have dated people online. It's almost like they string them along, and then when it comes time to meet, it's like they got an excuse, and it's just like, thank goodness I'm not in the dating world, but if I were, I'm pretty sure like 99.99999% I would probably not meet the person on an online dating app. That would probably be the last place I'd want to go. No offense to those who do that. It's just so not what I would want to do. But again, nothing wrong with it, just not where my energy would fall. Advice from Spirit in bringing in love. I've been single for a long time and working on self-love. That's beautiful. Yeah, one of the best words of advice I give people that are single that want to bring in love is to, date yourself, work on you, level your life up the best you can, and not like, oh, let me become the best version of myself so I can attract someone awesome. I mean, kind of, yeah, but no, it's more about you just feeling whole and complete on your own, in your own energy, loving yourself, but also clearing the cords from past relationships. That's something that'll continue to affect you, even if it's been 20 years from one relationship to the next. All those old ghosts and, energies from that old relationship will follow you into the next relationship. Because for so many, if not every single person on this planet, so many of our love relationships, maybe not all of them, but a great handful of them are usually very karmic in nature. Very karmic. So us doing the work from the past to clear that can a lot of times make the next connection feel a lot less dramatic, a lot less karmic, and just more integrated. I don't know if that's even the right word, but that's the word that came to me and it feels right. So we have the Hermit here. So I think you're on the right path as far as you just really focusing on your own energy for a while. But that being said, remember we had that Knight of Rods, aka Knight of Wands, to win you the reading, which is about, forward momentum in your love life, feeling that passion, feeling that desire for somebody. But it almost feels to me like you're funneling that passion and desire for the love, this next future partner, more into who you are, learning about yourself, learning about your astrology, your human design, your, personality type, whatever it is about your personal self you want to learn. And this is a great year to do it, 2023, because it is a universal year. 2 + 0 + 2 + 3 equals, yes, 7. Personal year 7, or not personal year, universal year number 7. Yes. So this is the year of 7, and Brianna had even talked about that as well in her question. So this is about learning as much as you can about yourself, even as much about yourself as what triggers you. Because sometimes when we can dive, when we're feeling anxious, when we're feeling triggered, when we're feeling just not so good about what someone said, what someone did, or hearing about what someone else is doing, we can use those triggers to dig down deeper and ask ourselves, why? Why does that trigger me? Why does that bother me? Or why does that excite me? Why does that light me up? And just asking yourself why with a lot of things. I would say at least for the rest of 2023, you're kind of on a self-awareness, self-love, self-learning journey. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, you're putting in so much work and effort, and even clearing the past, things from the past. It's like you're having that hindsight be 2020 if you're like examining what went wrong in past relationships, or the way certain people treated you, the way you treated certain people. Because even the most innocent of innocents has done something in a relationship that would probably be like, I probably wouldn't repeat that behavior. We've all done stuff and said stuff, and so it's about just examining and growing and learning from those past experiences, and also even pulling those energetic cords, doing any healing you need to do. You can do a lot of this stuff in your dream state if you set those intentions as well before you go to sleep. Let's just see anything else Jessica Lynn needs to know about her love life. Yeah, so eventually I'm seeing 2024 like mid-year through mid-year of 2025. So there's like a 1-year cycle of time, mid-24 to mid-2025, where you're really likely to meet someone. There might even be a very significant travel trip. We do have travel here with the Three of Wands. So travel is very prevalent in your future, possibly, or even moving. If you're planning a move, even if it's just across the street or down the road, after a move, possibly. And this could also be more energetically speaking. It doesn't mean you have to move to make this happen. We don't have to make that the thing. But energetically, you're moving energy a lot to where you're almost in a whole different place, energetically speaking, by mid-2024. And through mid-2025, you're just going to see so much growth with yourself. You're going to be very amazed. Anything else Jessica Lynn needs to know about her love life? All right. And we have here play. So don't be afraid, to, like we were saying with Michelle Lynn, to put yourself out there as far as going places that you would possibly meet a potential partner. Integrating even in, this feels very Three of Cups energy to me, going out with friends if you want to celebrate something, or just making plans to meet with people certain times. You might meet people through other people you already know, or run into people they know, and then they introduce you, and before you know it, you're dating someone. Like, you just never know. So like I had mentioned to Michelle Lynn, don't turn down some invitations. I mean, of course, use your intuition. If you don't really want to go somewhere, don't force it. But if you're feeling like, okay, I could probably do that, even though I'd rather stay home and read a good book tonight, but I'll do it. You just might be very pleasantly surprised. And if you have been very busy, allow yourself some time to play, even if it's just by yourself, where you're just, experimenting with different mediums of art, or, again, reading a good book, just whatever feels like play and joy, and, really appeasing that inner child within you, even if you're doing activities that you wouldn't do as a kid. Just going and driving by yourself and listening to music. That's not something a child could do on their own. But if you're doing activities that just bring that inner child along for the ride, no pun intended with the car analogy, or example, I should say. But yeah, just do the things that just light you up and make you happy about yourself and about life. And that vibration shift is what's going to bring this person in. But you're doing it for you, not for this future person, if that makes sense. So do it for you. All right, Jessica Lynn, I hope that resonated for you. Pika Lee is excited for you. Remember being there, and now I found an amazing person that I met on a dating app. Who would have thought, right? Like I said, they're not all bad. I mean, there's some amazing success stories that I know. I've heard of many, like, almost horror stories, not so much like Craigslist killer type stuff, but as far as like, oh yeah, I met this guy and he kept stringing me along. But then, I know other people who have made a lot of friends, but maybe never made a love connection, and then others who met the love of their life. Like, you just never know. Yes. All right. So up next, we do have Pika Lee. Yes. All right. So Pika Lee, we are going back to the Field Tarot for your question. And I want to say you probably posted it in PayPal. So I'm going to check that out. Yes, I'm not sure whether to ask about love, career, spiritual, so I leave it up to spirit, source, ancestors, etc. to guide toward what I need to hear. Are there any important messages of advice, guidance regarding love, career, or spiritual? Love, career, or spiritual? from Piggy's true, authentic ancestors, spirit, inner self. Ooh, the Magician. So you're making things happen. This is so much of your inner self coming out in this reading. Like you are standing very firm and very strong in just owning who you are. Come on now. 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment. In so many areas of life, there's so much that you can manifest just by tuning into this beautiful love that you've now found, this amazing relationship, and just what you have planned for your future. There might be some new opportunities coming up with your career or ways that you can just feel more involved or more like fulfilled at work. That's coming up very strong. Love, life, career, just what else does people need to know? Wow, 9 of Pentacles, culmination. This is about that hard work paying off. So again, being offered something, but this is based on your past merit, your past work, the blood, sweat, and tears you put into something is paying off in a major way over these next 3 months. That's the time frame I'm getting. We also have here the Tower and Strength. So this to me feels like a very self-detonated Tower moment. And even when we're excited about a change, a Tower, Tower moment doesn't always have to be bad. We see the Tower and we're like, oh my God, everything's falling apart. I mean, it can for sure, but at the same time, if we're detonating that Tower ourselves, it can feel so empowering to crumble away those past versions of us or the things that just don't fit with us anymore. And it can actually feel very empowering because you had the strength to come out with the Tower. But look at all this major arcana that we got. Plus a 10 of Cups and a 9 of Pentacles. I mean, this is very strong energy you're coming in with. This is you, though, your own inner self, your true spirit, you personally as a human being here as well, leading the charge to, get rid of the energy that's just not serving you anymore. And that doesn't mean that anything that feels a little like resistant is bad, because sometimes resistance can be a good thing. But it's when we resist the resistance that things can really go off the rails, because we are denying something that usually on an intuitive level we know, I just need to face this. I just need to have that conversation. I just need to quit this job and walk away and go to do this other job or whatever it is. This is about you deciding. But she looks very calm, very peaceful. And so does she. About the choices, the changes, the decisions that need made. She's very in her peace about it. This is not some anxious choice that she has to make on a dime. Like, she doesn't have to make this choice overnight. This is long contemplated and decided. And then, things are moving forward. So yeah, I'm questioning and knocking down old ways of operating. Yeah, this could even be like habits you're trying to kick. And you're just like, you know what? I'm done doing X, Y, or Z. I'm just done. I'm going to take better care of myself. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And then you actually follow through because you have the Magician and the Strength card to powerhouse you. And the Tower to help knock down any bad habits or limiting beliefs that are standing in your way from becoming your greatest version. So the Tower is not all bad, you guys. And especially in this reading with so much support around that Tower, this is you detonating that Tower yourself. Totally feel that. Something happened at work and it made me go, And I got a strong feeling of new opportunities, and my new boo Taurus is offering to teach me new skills to level up to. See, look at this. Yeah, so when it rains, it pours in the best possible way. You've got all this extra support that maybe wasn't there before. All right, so what do we have? Yes, so the 3 of Pentacles. Someone's wanting to mentor or teach you. This is the mentor-mentee card. This is the apprenticeship card. Yes, this is about work and leveling up and crafting and creating. Not just physical things, but skills. This is about yourself. You are your own canvas. That's really what I see here as well. I'm feeling like we need one from this deck. Just anything else Pika Lee needs to know. That's crazy. I just read that, and then literally him teaching you skills comes out. Literally the next card. Yeah. Okay, this is interesting because you had the Tower, but we also have like a lighthouse energy, which can look very Tower-like. So anything that feels confusing or you're wondering, especially if there's certain decisions or choices of, old energy to leave behind, to me, this really does feel like the fog is lifting, because the 27 adds up to a 9, which is about closing out the cycle, where maybe you were kind of like, oh, I don't know, maybe I could do this, maybe I could do that, or just kind of unsure of something in your future. That fog is lifting because we've got the lighthouse right there, and it's not obscured. We can easily see it. It's right there. And plus, you've got your own lighthouse energy of your kind of hermit energy here as well. So this to me feels like between now and Virgo season, hermit is that Virgo energy, which Virgo is kind of like August through September, part of September per Western astrology. Vedic astrology, it's like September through kind of beginning of October. Well, I think it shifts from October 16th to the 17th because my husband's a late degree, almost 30-degree Virgo sun per Vedic astrology, but he'd be considered a Libra sun in Western. So yeah, between now and October 16th, going into 17th, so somewhere in there, the fog is lifting for you, and you're going to have a very clear path forward for yourself in not just one area of life, but multiple areas. So I can't even just say, oh, it's this or it's that. It's like 3 to 4 different things. So, wow. What a multi-layered reading we got for you. I love that. Yeah, you're not letting anyone detonate your tower. You're doing it yourself. And then the 16, which look, yeah, the tower is also that 16. So, yeah. So, yeah, that 16 will sure get you in the best possible way, though, because 1 plus 6, even if you add up the energy of the tower number, 1 plus 6 is 7. So every tower moment, for good or for bad, self-detonated or otherwise, always gives us a very deep spiritual lesson. Always. Even if we don't understand it or it doesn't hit our like prefrontal cortex in this incarnation, spiritually, we still get the memo. So yeah, absolutely. All right, Pika Lee, I hope that resonated for you. And I'm so excited for you. What a heck of a reading. I would love a reading like that. Oh my gosh. Keep doing what you're doing. That's what I'm hearing to close this out. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. And there is going to be some major clarity coming in. Major clarity, yeah. The 16th of October, the 16th of the tower, it's all connected in the best possible way. And this is decisions you are making. This is not happening to you. You are deciding, no, I'm done with that. I'm going to shift this. I'm going to switch that. And you are feeling, even if it's a bit stressful in the, undoing of something and then the reconstruction of something else, you're feeling very empowered about it with that Magician and that Strength card to support that. Plus the 10 of Cups with the fulfillment and the 9 of Pentacles with just that hard work paying off and that diligence paying off. Wow. Let's just say wow. Wow. Yeah, and then the Page of Pentacles was just staring at me from the back of the deck, which is about, taking that opportunity and making it happen. It's not completely finalized or realized. It's you taking that opportunity and then taking action on the opportunity to make it happen, to solidify it. Feels like so many prayers have been answered and a new chapter is beginning. Absolutely, I would say. And then look, to completely just close this out on the back of the deck, yet again, Strength from a different deck. A different deck, giving you that strength. So if at any point you're feeling overwhelmed or burdened or, can I really do this? Yes, you can. All right. Big hugs, Pika Lee. You got this. It's exciting. You'll have to keep checking in with us. Let us know what's going on because we are nosy about it. We want to know all the things. At least I am. I can't speak for everybody. All right. So Brianna, she's not here. So B degree. We're at 128.09. 09. B degree. Okay, let's go to PayPal. Email. Take a quick drink of water. Okay. She was the first one to donate today, and we are getting into her question now. So, hi, Amanda. I've missed your lives for the past few weeks, but I hope your family is doing well as well as Arthur. Yes, he is hilarious. He is so fun. He's getting so big. Before we get into your question. Let me go back over to camera view. Ethan doesn't know this. I got a new dog. My dog Walter, you might remember, he was elderly already. He had turned 15 like in December. And he passed away on April 3rd. But by way of spirit and all sorts of fun, we found ourselves Mr. Arthur, who will be 5 months old in 3 days. And he's such a baby boy. He's such a baby boy. He's such a sweet little guy. And we love him. And yes, he's doing well. He's still learning a lot of things. I did not expect to get a new dog so soon. And my heart was not ready for it in April for sure. I was just mourning the loss, but yet happy he was no longer suffering because he was starting to not feel so good. Let's just put it that way. And I knew we were going to have to make a decision that week. He died on a Monday, and I kind of knew that week we'd have to really look long and hard about, his quality of life had vastly declined in like the 3 weeks before that. And I'm like, oh, I don't have to do this again. We had to, do that for Judy, make that decision. But I'm very confident, though, if we hadn't done that for Judy, she would have passed away that day. She was just really not in a good place. So I'm glad, though, that we were able to do it sooner rather than later in the day because she was really struggling. But Walter, he just, of course, right after it happened, it was so hard to talk about without just breaking down. But he waited for all of us to get up at 6 o'clock something that morning. And then he took a drink of water, went outside, went pee, came back in, and I tried to offer him more water. He walked over by the window, kind of turned back and faced me and just kind of went like this and was looking up, kind of wobbling around. And I knew in that split second, I could just, the life just left him and he just fell over. I'd never seen anything like it. He just left the building. And yeah, so Arthur is in our lives now, and he's so fun. But yeah, it was a whole thing, but it was about a month and less than 2 weeks after Walter passed that Arthur came into my awareness. I just was checking the same website that I found Walter and Judy on, and there was Arthur's picture, and I'm like, I have to go meet this dog. And that's the same thought I had for Judy, and that's the same thought I had for Walter. And I had looked at dogs and dogs and dogs and dogs. All 3 of those times I found the dog I ended up with. And no other dogs had called to me the way those 3 had called to me. And yeah, so that happened. But yeah, sorry, Brianna, I will re-timestamp for you. But you did ask if he was doing well, or sending great wishes he was doing well. But let's read the rest of your question. Yes, Arthur is doing well. She is not currently going to be at this live, but I was hoping to get a full read on the rest of 2023. How can I maximize my ultimate power for the 7 year? Yes. And what will be the outcome for me if I am consistent and disciplined? Timestamp, please. Yes, I will timestamp, which I have. Peace and light. Thank you. Sorry for the long spiel about the dogs, but Ethan is here and he hasn't been here for a minute, so I wanted to catch him up to speed of what's been going on. But yes, this is great question you're asking for the rest of your 2023, how to maximize for your ultimate power for the 7 year and what will be the outcome if she is consistent and disciplined for Brianna. Okay, going back to camera view here. Okay, look at that. Ooh, we got fortune here. So fortune is in your favor is what I'm hearing, or things are shifting. It may not be overnight, but you're definitely seeing forward momentum. This to me, though, much like we were talking about with Pika Lee and even Michelle Lynn, feels like a very internal shift. This could even be collective energy, the fact it's coming out in 3 readings in a row like that. Very, very collective energy of shifts, maybe timeline shifts, where those who are doing the work, doing the healing, just trying to become better versions of who they already are, not to please anyone but yourself. Doing the healing, doing the work is paying off, Brianna. So any healing, and you don't have to go deep diving for any healing, you guys. Anything that is meant to be healed, it will be very close to the surface. You don't have to go do a deep dive or a dig for it. It will just be very close to the surface. But for Brianna, maximizing this 7 year and making the most of this year. Ooh, yeah. There might be some sort of, okay, if you have not thought about doing some sort of grant or what have you for your business, for your certain different endeavors, that would be something to look into. Grant writing can be kind of a tedious process. I've never done it personally, but I did attend when I was at the university a grant writing class, just in case I ever needed to write a grant for anything. And of course, all the information I learned has long sailed out the back window of my brain, and I could not tell you one thing about it. But I'm sure, because I was in like 2020, not 2020. I was going to say 2023, but no, it was like 2003, 2004, 2005, somewhere in there. I want to say it's closer to 2005 area when I went to that class. It was just like a 1 night, 3 hour grant writing, like workshop. And I don't even know why I went. I think I was just going to get more information. I love to learn things, but this to me feels like you learning, maybe even taking a course. There's some sort of course, grant writing. There's an exchange of information that is going to lead you to abundance here. So there might be more learning, more wisdom, more knowledge, maybe even your own spiritual knowledge coming to the forefront with this tides turning, seeing forward progression with your own energy as well. There's a lot of good stuff coming in for you by way of your own efforts. But don't forget to then also take some time to really hang out with people, or just really cherish the friendships you have. Really nurture. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm trying to find it and I found it. Nurturing those friendships that mean a lot to you, or even people you haven't seen in a while, reaching out to them, just really touching base with certain people. There might even be someone who has some very valuable information for you. Of course, this to me feels like filling your cup by way of, really tuning into those who know you, who you love, to really get the most of this energy that you are bringing to the beginning, or the forefront. But that all being said, we got some amazing stuff here. Three of Wands. You have this plan that you're kind of putting into place that you can then start to take action on. And this is the Vision card. So again, kind of going back to that grant writing or course that you might take, or class, or whatever it is, there just might be some very valuable information that you're going to be able to take the distance, take some action on, because there is an opportunity coming in. This is a golden opportunity is what I'm hearing, because the sun came out with it. So literally a golden opportunity. Something is going to be presented to you. Of course, it will be your choice whether you accept or decline said opportunity. But I just get this rush of excitement as I'm saying this, and I almost feel like tears coming up. And this is not my energy. This is totally your energy. And now, of course, Mama Monica, she is on the case. So she major chills too. Mama Monica has got something very precious for you. Energetically, she is holding space for something very precious to come toward you. It's like she's holding your bag. That's what I'm hearing. And when someone's got, there's that expression oh, I'm going to get my bag. I'm going to go get my money. I'm going to, so Mama Monica has an opportunity, maybe even when she talks to you, a lot of times it does feel like your own thought process. So there might be a very golden opportunity that is coming to you by way of her being in your head, in your thought process. And this is something that will come to light or clarity for you before 2023 is out, before it's over. And look, it's going to lead to success. Victory! So this is very future energy. The best thing you can do with the cards you have is to see what cycles need to end, what bad habits you could break or work on breaking, because it's not easy to just say, okay, this bad thing I do, this thing I probably should do better, this. It's not like you can take all the parts about yourself you don't like or wish could be better and just improve them overnight. This is a work in progress, is what I'm hearing. So just examining the things you could be doing better, or cutting back on the things aren't the best for you, is step one. Step two, there's opportunities coming in again, but also making sure you're connecting with people that aren't just you and your own energy. Even if you're connecting with someone, maybe a friend says something and it just sparks an idea for you. You just never know. But sometimes just getting out, playing, having fun, connecting with friends can be very refreshing, almost therapeutic, like a therapy session that you don't even have to pay for, right? So it would be very beneficial to meet with friends if you can. Plans that you're making now will come to fruition because you are continuing to do the work. You're putting the effort in. There's a lot going on. Look at that. Good stuff, fun stuff. And Mama Monica, of course, is always there. And success will be yours. I'm seeing April of 2024. By April of 2024, you're going to have something in pretty solid form that you're really excited to just continue to work on. So I don't know if this is a business idea that you're just have solidified by April of 2024, or if this idea comes around April 2024. I'm going to use this different deck to get clarity on exactly this time frame. And of course, depending on actions you take or don't take, could shift this timeline a bit. Yeah, okay. So this is going to start in April 2024. But look at the major arcana energy. This is you taking power and control over something. And the high priestess and the Hierophant are like the divine union, because it's basically the high priest in this deck. Because Emperor and Empress are a match, and then the Hierophant and the high priestess are a match in the deck. So this is about really that union of your own inner masculine and feminine energy. Knowing when to take action and then when to be more laid back and in that receptive mode is going to be key. But yeah, April 2024, as long as you take those opportunities that come toward you, or go in the direction your intuition is nudging you to go in, you're going to be just fine. Don't feel like anything is passing you by. You're going to be in the right place at the right time, divine timing, divine intervention, whatever you want to call it. A lot of spiritual support with whatever endeavors you have. So, wow. This to me, and this, all of your readings, Brianna, pretty much feel to me like there's like layer upon layer upon layer that's uncovered in almost different ways you can interpret what comes through. And that's all Mama Monica's doing. Let's just put that out there. So she is basically saying you could watch this reading every week and get a different message from it. Not that I would think you would come back every week and watch this, but you know, if you felt like it, go for it. Maybe even taking notes as you read, just any intuitive hits you get as you listen to this reading could benefit you, even if you just did it, you know, now and then once again, like in October, once again in March of 2024, and then right after that big event of April 2024, just to see what changes, what shifts for you with the information that's coming out in this reading. But I hope that resonated for you, Brianna. I feel like I need one more, though. Anything else about making the most of this universal year number 7, 2023 for Brianna? All right. Be present. Don't let it pass you by. Don't just keep projecting your energy to the future of 2024 because something exciting is happening. Take that action in the present, but also, again, stepping back and being more in the receptive mode. You know, conversation over coffee with a good friend, a meal with a good friend, reminiscing with a friend. There's this missing piece right now in your life of connection with friends, or maybe even as family that feels like friends, or friends that feel like family. You know, interpret as you will. Use your intuition to tune into who this might be. Maybe even spending time in a beautiful, lovely garden or patio area like we've got presented here. Yeah, maybe there's some downloads. My head's itching. Chills. So Mama Monica might be bringing you some sort of like sign or synchronicity through the use of nature. Hey, Jamie, welcome. Had a lot going on for the past few months. Decided to isolate myself and really dive in regards to my emotions. Yeah, that's awesome, Ethan. Sometimes we just need to do that, you know? I hear ya. Yeah, Jamie, we did already do the free reading fun, and it was fun. And Jessica Lynn won the free reading. And tonight's card of selection was the Knight of Rods, and in this deck, that's the Knight of Wands. So that was the card we were looking for tonight. It was fun. Oh, the Knight of Swords just popped out. Very interesting. All right, so we have one final question, unless we do get any other donations, and it is a timestamp reading from Cheyenne. So I'm going to head over to my email and find out what Cheyenne wants to know today. She donated earlier in the day today, so all right. Hi, Amanda. I hope you're good. Having a good week. I am. Thank you so much. I hope you are as well. Could you please help with the following? A few days ago, I shared a cute video to my Instagram story of a single father with 2 kids, and my brother texted me saying, "Don't get any ideas." Oh my gosh. And I said, "You should see what God has planned for me." In response, in some weird way, I feel like I already love this future man. Aw. And I want him and his children in my life, but I'm wondering, is there anything I can do to prevent negative energy for my brothers in the future, as I'm not giving him up to suit my family under any circumstances? Under any circumstances, but I don't want conflict and drama either. I got a feeling to ask Archangel Ariel for help. Could I have guidance, please? P.S. I'm not comfortable with online dating. Apologies, Spirit. Stick the hunk in the restaurant, cafe. I'm not comfortable with online dating. Apologies, Spirit. Stick the hunk in a restaurant or cafe in Dublin. I love that. That is hilarious. Cute. Yes. Because we, you know, as humans, we're the ones here having to experience a thing. So, like, sometimes I think it should be bent more to what we want. Who cares what our ego wants? We want what we want, right? I get ya. I feel ya. And so rude of your brother. Like, ugh, so rude. Don't be getting any ideas. Hello. A, I'm the older sister. B, I'm my own person, even if I was the younger sister. And C, go yourself. No one cares what you have to say, brother. Obviously, you do care. I mean, obviously. I'm just being facetious here and trying to make joke out of something that probably was very hurtful to you. Because what business is it of him, right? What business of it is his? Did I say that right? Yeah, I think so. I did not timestamp this. Sorry, Cheyenne. I might backtrack a bit. Let's see, Cheyenne. I'll say 142. I'm gonna have to go back and double check and get a better, more proper timestamp for you. So if you're watching the actual proper timestamp, you can disregard all of this that has just happened. Because I forgot to timestamp the beginning of the reading. So here we are. I just got too excited to just jump in and get this question for you. So here we go, Cheyenne. So as far as the brother goes and what he has to say, yeah, being childish, I mean, but also childhood. So there's this something that's been a pattern in your relationship with this brother where he feels he has the right to tell you who to love or what to do, when to do it, how to do it. No, he does not. But he thinks he does. And, you know, he'll continue to maybe bear that cross. But that doesn't mean you have to be in that same energy. You do not have to honor his wishes, because obviously you already do feel this beautiful, loving energy for that future person. Look at that. His energy's here, not the brother, but the future person. And obviously, because it's going to happen, you know, whoever knows when exactly it's going to happen, but it will happen. And you shouldn't have to, you know, live two separate lives or, you know, compartmentalize yourself because of this brother and how he feels, and probably the other brothers and the father. How they feel about, you know, marrying someone who already has kids or what have you. This is just, you don't deserve that. But let's just see. I wanted to read the last part of your question so I really get this right. For help, yeah. Because you don't want that conflict and drama. Guidance, please. Yeah, guidance. Okay. So we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Tower. So there's some changing of, I just heard like changing of the guard. And I know that's like an old British saying, if I'm not mistaken, but it basically means there's a new sheriff in town. And that new sheriff in town is you and what you want, Cheyenne. You're not just abiding by, you know, the family's wishes and, you know, rules, or even unspoken rules, or just kind of passive aggressively spoken rules. This is you taking your power back and kind of come what may, you know. So it's almost like a tower moment to the way that they have been showing up as kind of aggressors as far as domineering or telling you that you have to live your life a certain way or marry a certain person or not marry a certain person. But it's going to take some patience to, you know, gain your sovereignty and allow those walls to crumble and for you to be able to place new boundaries. Because, of course, the brother, especially the brother that said this about the Instagram story, he's not just going to fall in line because you've set boundaries. It's going to take some shaping and some time, you know, with the patience here, for him to bump up against those boundaries and for you to continually and repeatedly stand firm in what you are wanting and keep those boundaries very, very well up. So he can't just bombard you with whatever. Even if he says what he wants to you, doesn't mean you have to listen to him and do what he says. Oh, Kirsten says, I think you were right, Amanda. I think I'm going to keep on moving on. Yes, you got this, queen. We are rooting for you. All right, so advice. Ooh, yeah, new opportunity for, yeah. Again, you're playing the long game here. There's patience. This is my Olympic athlete card. If you haven't been around, I know you've been around and know that I call this my Olympic athlete card, Cheyenne. But this is about, you're so close to the finish line. Don't give up. Don't, and I know you're not gonna, I already know that. Don't allow your brother to detour you from your future, because he has no business telling you who to love, which you already know. We've already established this. It's just coming out in the cards that you are solidifying your own path forward. It has nothing to do with your dad or your brother or your other brother or your other brother or any of the other people in, you know, the family extended. This is about you and your future partner and his children. That's all that really truly matters in this equation here. And of course, it probably won't really feel real till you do meet this person. Hopefully somewhere nice and quaint, like a pub in Dublin. I think that would be just so cute. Yeah, no online dating for Cheyenne. She wants to meet him organically in the wild, as we say. Who's we? I don't know. They, as they say. I've never said that in the wild, but there you go. You've got my 2 cents, or 1 cent. But yes, this is about when you do meet this person in the future. It's almost going to be, not that this person completes you and all that lovey-dovey, you know, woo-woo stuff, but it's almost like having this person in your corner as a support for you, the love you feel with this person, and you know, you and the children as well, is going to give you so much strength and courage to just be who you are and really just speak your truth about, no, this is how it's going to be. You can say what you want and feel how you want about it, but it has nothing to do with you. And I'm going to love who I want, and la-di-da. So it's almost like he's going to act as a, you know, he meaning future love is going to act as a pillar of strength. A very silent, it's not like he's going to come and tell your brother to, you know, whatever, where the sun don't shine. No, that's going to be you just with him, your love, quietly supporting you and allowing you to speak what you want to this brother. Or another thing I'm seeing is it just may not even come to that. The brother just might put his tail between his legs and just leave you alone. That's more the energy I'm feeling here. Yeah, Page of Swords, victory, and then the 2 of... Yeah, so it's almost like just envisioning your brother just, when you do meet this person, just shutting his mouth and living his life and not bothering you about it. Because that could be something you manifest. And sometimes when we worry about something over and over and over, we almost build it up to be this really huge thing that doesn't even need to be a thing. You know what I mean? He can have his snide remarks and his snide comments. It's not going to change who you love or how you love or where you love. No. And yeah, Page of Swords, just, this to me feels like victory for you in communicating to this younger brother, this is what I plan to do. Come what may, you have no authority here. It's me and my guy. And that's that. If you have a problem with it, you can write it down on a little piece of paper, roll it up real tight and tiny, and stick it where the sun don't shine, because I don't want to read it. I don't care. Yeah. I mean, you could say it more eloquently and nicer than what I've said here, but ultimately when the time comes, to narrow this reading down to 1 sentence or 2, when the time comes, there's that pillar of strength standing behind you by way of this new man coming into your life that's going to support you, to help you be able to allow your... I feel like Michael Scott just making a sentence up as I go. You ever watch that episode where he just doesn't even, he's like, sometimes I don't even know what I'm going to say. This is allowing you to be able to bring that authenticity and be able to put those boundaries up, stand your ground, and even if he whines or poo-poos about it, so it's on him, not on you, you know, because he really can't, I mean, at least in what I can see with him, it's not like he's physically going to remove you from your boyfriend's arms and bring you back home and lock you in a room and say, no, no, no. I don't see him able to do that. So it's almost like you can take your power back from him right now by stating out loud, I am sovereign and I can love who I want. Even if you don't say it to his face, it's just you stating it to yourself, to where this brother's concerned, his snide remarks, his comments, his demands, his whatever aren't even going to, it's like water off a duck's back. It's just not even going to faze you or bother you. And I know that might sound easier said than done in this energy right now, because when he says things like that, it starts to make you worry, like, oh no, what if he gets my dad involved and this other brother and everybody hates my boyfriend and then they excommunicate me or, you know, whatever. It's almost like, and this might sound harsh and I don't mean it like that, but it's like almost like the trash took itself out. It's like the trashy energy, not the people, but the energy behind what they are saying. But let's just see any other guidance for Cheyenne on his brother and his remarks and just the future of Cheyenne and her love and all that. Yeah, the storm. But look, you're finding the gold within the storm. It's like you're finding the calm within the storm. Or through stormy times, you're really finding the true treasure. So it's almost like these tumultuous times of your brother saying these things really put things in perspective for you, that when, especially when you do meet this guy, you're going to know that no words he says, no, storm he tries to create to make this thing dissolve or whatever is going to ruin the treasure you have found. That's really what I see it as. So, yeah. And the numbers 30 and 35 are here. So I don't know if you're 5 years older than him, because I'm seeing the difference of 5 here. Even if that's not the case, this might be over the next 5 years. There's something over the next 5 years. Or if you are, years apart, there could be some major gold coming in within 5 years. Gold meaning you're winning. You're winning at life. Something exciting, some big treasure, something for you to treasure. And I just saw luck on the back of the deck as I'm putting it back. So, yeah. And of course, I'm pretty sure that Vicky will also support you through whatever the masculines in your family have to say about anything. So big hug, Cheyenne. I don't see that when this comes, when this person comes into your life, that this is even going to be a major issue, because it's almost like the air of authority that this guy brings to the table. It's almost going to put out any fires that the brother or the dad or the other brothers try to start. That's how I feel. It's almost like your brother can talk a big game until this person actually exists in your reality, and then he just goes off with his tail between his legs, like I said earlier, just runs off like a dog who got hurt or hit because he was in the wrong garbage can or something. I don't know. Oh, yeah. But energetically, he can't keep you from loving who you want unless you allow him to. That could be a thing. But again, not having to worry about it and just instead picturing and envisioning him just going along with who you love, that could be much more beneficial. All right, Cheyenne, I hope it resonated, and I will fix this timestamp for you. Okay. All right, you guys, that is the last donation for the day. I hope you had fun. I had fun. I always have fun with you guys. I will be back on Friday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Yes, because Boston, I drop him off at 9 a.m. for his computer camp, and I'll be home well by the time that I have to go live. So I'll be live at normal time on Friday. And yeah, so I'll see you then. We will, what fun are we going to do? We'll probably do another free reading giveaway. So hit us up for that, and either a collective read or a one card pull like we do. You know how we do. So that'll be what we do on Friday. And I know this next month, meaning July, Venus is going retrograde, and there's going to be a big shakeup in relationships, not just romantic connections, but all relationships, and especially relationships with women or people's aspect of the divine feminine is really going to be shifting. So we're going to dive into that. So that'll be exciting. Whenever Venus goes retrograde, we're going to, around that time, probably the day before, or whenever the Wednesday or Friday fall before, hopefully not after, we'll tune in and figure out what we need to do. This was definitely fun. Oh, I'm glad you had fun. And Kirsten, you go, girl. Oh, Jamie says, I wish I could send a pic of my 1-year-old right now. He's so cute bouncing around on my bed. Aw. I miss when my boys were that little. They were so cute and fun, and they said they just had the cutest little voices. That's obviously the looks change, but the voices change too. And my son Boston, he's 12, and his voice isn't changed and deep by any means, but compared to even 2 years ago or even last year, it's changed. And even just hearing him, one of the funniest, cutest little videos I have of Boston, my 12-year-old, we were at Thanksgiving dinner at my in-laws, and I was taking a video. I was trying to get him to say Happy Thanksgiving, but I had started filming before I'd said, hey, say Happy Thanksgiving. And I was just pointing the phone at him to record, and he goes, hey, you go put that outside. Hey, stop filming me, Mom. I want to eat my dinner. And then I said, hey, say Happy Thanksgiving. He goes, Happy Thanksgiving. All cute. He didn't just tell me to go put the camera phone outside. I know, the deep voice out of nowhere. Yeah, he's nowhere near the deep voice, but it's definitely trending toward deeper than it ever was, for sure. He just used to have the most cute little chipmunky voice, my Boston, my 12-year-old. His voice was just so cute, and now, I mean, it's still cute, but in a different way, you know? Yeah, gotta love them. Babies, kids, they're fun. They're fun. Not all men have deep voices, that's for sure. Oh, you're one of them, yeah, but to those who do, it's so funny to hear for the first time, yeah. My husband, like, his voice isn't that deep either. I mean, you can definitely tell he's a guy, but, like, it's not the deepest guy voice. Like, my best friend John, who passed away, he had such a deep voice, like, such a deep voice. Sometimes it was hard to even understand what he was saying because it almost was, like, hypnotic, like you could just hear, like, the bass of it, and especially if, like, he was at a distance, you could just hear the bass of his voice but not actually hear the words. When you hear, like, a woman talking from a distance, you can actually, like, hear the words because it's, I don't know, easier to hear. When the deeper voice happens, it's almost like you just hear the bass of it rather than the words. Yeah, the bass type. Yeah, I actually have him on, like, lots of video, like, home video type stuff, and when we filmed our TV show, he was on that, here and there. So I have, like, memories of his voice, obviously, but also, like, physical proof of what he used to sound like before he passed away, yeah. It's so cool. Voices are cool. Just who knows what kind of voice you're gonna have, like, you never know. And even through the years, it changes. Like, I even listen to myself as, like, a 21-year-old, and I sound a lot different. Like, as you do get older, your voice does change. But that being said, a lot of people think I have, like, on the phone, like, there's, to this day, people will call my phone, like, people who don't know me, obviously, like, you know, a dentist or whatever, and I'll answer, like, "Oh, is your mom home?" I'm like, I am my own mom right now. Like, my mom, I've not lived with my mom for over 20 years. But, you know, it's like, yeah, I'm like, I am the mom of this residence. Yep. 41 years old. But I think it would be cool. I do think it would be cool to be like 80 or 90 and still have the same voice that I have now. Because on the phone, people are like, oh, wow, she's so young. And then, like, they see me like, oh my God, it's an old lady. Yeah, people tend to assume you're a girl at all times on the phone. Oh, no. Well, I did hear your voice on that Zoom we had on Patreon, and I could definitely tell you were a guy. You know, I could tell. I don't know. But yeah, I guess people, you know, they just assume things. But yeah. I don't know if it's just because I was expecting, because I know you're a guy, right? So who knows? Who knows how that is? But yeah. All right, now we're just hanging out, having fun, which is fun. But I did hear my family come home a bit ago. My brother-in-law's in town from Vegas, so they went out to my in-laws for dinner. But they're back now, so I'm gonna go tuck my boys in and let Arthur outside to go pee. Oh yeah, you're not offended. They assume you're a girl. If anything, I take it as a compliment. Aw, yeah. Yeah, I love the, like, voice you have. I mean, I've heard it the one time on the Zoom, but I thought you had an amazing voice. And as far as, like, singing, I bet you can sing, Ethan. Even if you don't think you can sing, I bet you can. I bet you're good at it. All right, I'm going to go, you guys. Have a fun and wonderful rest of your evening, and I will see you Friday. Thanks again so much for those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, and all the things, and I hope to see each and every one of you right back here at Harmony Portal Tarot Live. As an androgynous man, I'm very happy with my voice, LOL. I love singing. Yes, I could have sworn that you liked singing. Even if it wasn't in front of, like, a big stage of people, like, it's still fun, right? Yeah, voice lessons. Thank you for the compliment. You're so welcome. All right, you guys, have a good one. Have a wonderful time, and hope to see you sooner than later, Ethan. All right, bye, guys.